Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Diego Pavia versus Joey Aguilar. Tennessee versus Vanderbilt. You know, Tennessee in a different situation, trying to play spoiler here. Vanderbilt, on the other hand, looking for a 10-win season, looking to sneak their way into the college football playoff. You can kind of draw some comparisons here between Joey Aguilar and Diego Pavia, right? Both those guys came through the JUCO ranks, took a small step up. Diego Pavia to New Mexico State, Joey Aguilar to App State. Now they find themselves in the SEC, and that's kind of where the comparisons stop. I look at one of those quarterbacks, they carry themselves with humility. They let their work on the field kind of speak for itself. Now the other guy, Diego Pavia, cannot stop talking. He can't stop talking about himself. I made a video yesterday with some of the quotes from Diego Pavia about the University of Tennessee, about running the state, about NIL at Vanderbilt. If you missed that video, you can go back and give it a watch. And again, as Joey Aguilar carries himself with humility, we've got Diego Pavia telling the world why he should be the Heisman Trophy winner. Let's take a listen to this clip.
Why are you, Diego Pavia, the Heisman Trophy winner this year?
Well, the Heisman Trophy winner goes to the best player in college football. I believe that to be myself. You check the numbers, and especially there's two things that don't lie to you: numbers and tape. And I've been taught that since I was young. You go check that out. I feel like I'm undoubtedly, the best player in college football.
Okay, Diego, you tell me that numbers don't lie. You're the best player in college football. So I'm going to take your word for it. I'm going to do what you said. I'm going to go check the numbers and see where you rank. Diego Pavia has thrown for almost 3,000 yards, 26 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. But you go look and see where he ranks nationally. Diego Pavia passing touchdowns ranks 19th nationally. I thought you were the best in the country. Passing efficiency, 16th. Nationally, I thought you were the best in the country. Completion percentage, 15th. Points responsible for, 9th. Total offense, 22nd nationally. Yards per passing attempt, 23rd nationally. Should Diego Pavia be the Heisman Trophy winner? I'm interested in your thoughts. Jump in the comment section and tell me who you think should be the Heisman Trophy winner for 2025. And for me, the first thing I look at with Diego Pavia, because I kind of undersold him for quite some time this year. I devalued what Diego Pavia brought. I wasn't really concerned about Diego Pavia. Now I start to kind of look at his numbers and see what he's done these last 3 games, and I start to say, are we in trouble with Diego Pavia? He's totaled over 1,400 total yards, 1,226 passing yards, 203 yards on the ground, 14 touchdowns, only turned the ball over twice in his last 3 games. But again, what I look at is what you do in SEC play. And if you go look at Diego Pavia's numbers, we'll start back in September against South Carolina. Vanderbilt wins 31-7. What did you do? What do you do in SEC games? Well, Diego Pavia threw for 177 yards, 2 touchdowns, and interception. That doesn't sound like a Heisman Trophy candidate to me. You fast forward, they go on the road and play Alabama 30-14. What did Diego Pavia do? Did he carry the team? What did he do in that game? Well, he threw for less than 200 yards. He threw for 198 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. He ran for 58 yards. That doesn't sound like Heisman Trophy numbers to me. Well, a big win for Vanderbilt over LSU. Surely he did something in that game, right? Well, he threw for 160 yards and a touchdown. He did add 86 yards on the ground on 17 carries. Still doesn't really sound like Heisman Trophy numbers to me. What about Missouri? They won 17-10 over Missouri. I bet he put up huge numbers in that Missouri game, right? He threw for 129 yards and ran for 20 yards. Does that sound like a Heisman Trophy winner to you? Now, Diego Pavia has talked so much smack. He's talked so much trash. He sold you on being a Heisman Trophy candidate. And again, I've talked about the last 3 games, the numbers that he's put up. Again, over 1,400 total yards, 14 touchdowns. He's thrown for over 1,200 yards in 3 games. That's impressive, right? Texas, 365 yards. Auburn, 377 yards. Kentucky, he threw for 484 yards and 5 touchdowns. Stats don't lie. Stats are what matter, right, Diego? Do we want to bring up the fact that Texas has the 105th worst passing defense in the country? Auburn has the 98th worst passing defense in the country. Kentucky has the 106th worst passing defense in the country. This certainly appears to me like Diego Pavia is out there doing a little stat padding, but he can't keep his mouth shut. He is playing mind games, and he did that with Tennessee running back Star Thomas. We're going to talk about that, but I need you guys real quick, middle of the video, do the YouTube stuff for me. Smash the thumbs up down there below the video. Quick, free, easy, helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts here. We're not insiders. We're not media. We're not journalists. We don't pretend to be that. What we are is exactly what you guys are. It's for the fans, by the fans. If you like it, subscribe, click the bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. It's supposed to be live tonight, but the basketball team tipping off at 7 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to take tonight off. We're going to spend it with family. We're going to watch that basketball game. You guys do the same. We're going to come back Friday morning, 10 a.m. Grab your Grade A Grounds coffee. Join Talkin VAWLS and Brent Hubbs of VolQuest.com, and we're going to get you geared up and ready for that Vanderbilt game. We'll also be live an hour before kickoff on game day and then immediately following the game as well. But let's take a listen to what Star Thomas had to say. Met with the media yesterday, and again, Star Thomas played at New Mexico State with Diego Pavia. Now, in that same interview over at Outkick that we just heard the clip about the Heisman Trophy, they asked him about playing with Star Thomas. They asked him his thoughts on Joey Aguilar. When it came to Star Thomas, he said, yeah, I'm not going to talk to that guy this week, not going to reach out. It's all about business. It's all about football. But that was not the case. Let's take a listen to what Star Thomas had to say yesterday.
What's it going to be like playing against Diego?
It's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to be a show. I'm ready for it.
You guys kept in touch at all since you switched separate ways from Mexico State? You watched him. I know he's kind of taken Vanderbilt up to new levels and everything.
He called me yesterday, but I didn't want to talk, though, to be honest.
So you didn't answer? Or?
No, I had answered, but it was all games, all jokes and stuff. But I just had to let him know, like, we here to, you know what I'm saying, quiet him, let him know that we hear the outside noise too, but we just keeping the main thing, and that's football at the end of the day.
Is Diego Pavia playing mind games, picking up the phone, calling Star Thomas? We know he likes to run that mouth, but it's interesting to hear Star Thomas say, you know, it's all about football. We know what they're saying. We know what the outside noise is. We know what the national perspective is of this matchup, and I thought it was interesting. Dauber came on last night. We played a little EA Sports College Football on a Tuesday night. Me and Dauber playing head-to-head. We were talking a little Tennessee ball last night. He was talking about one of the national media members basically saying there's no chance that Tennessee wins this game, and it's a wild outlook, and I get it. Again, we're in an unfamiliar place here playing spoiler when we're going head-to-head with Little Brother. We're going head-to-head with Vanderbilt. We're trying to play spoiler, and they're trying to get their way, earn their way, find their way into the college football playoff. But let's not lose sight of history. Let's not lose sight of what this rivalry actually is. And I touched on it yesterday talking about Tennessee leading the series all time. Of course, they won 22 straight from 1983 to 2004. And I've said this before when I'm talking about the good things and the bad things. Anything that happened prior to Josh Heupel doesn't matter. The streak against Florida in the Swamp didn't really matter prior to Josh Heupel. The streak against Alabama, sure, it's stuff that we talk about, and it's stuff that you can check off, and it's big that Josh Heupel is ending some of these streaks. But since he has arrived in Knoxville, he has not lost to Vanderbilt. He's 4-0 against Vanderbilt. He's 5-0 against Kentucky. We are getting back to dominating Little Brother. Now, how does this matchup play out? You look at Tennessee, you look at Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's done some good things. Again, they're looking to get to their 10th win. You look at their offense, the numbers that they're putting up, but then you look at their defense. What has their defense done? And I saw a tweet kind of breaking this down. The offenses that Vanderbilt's gone head-to-head with: Virginia Tech, 65th, South Carolina, 88th, Georgia State, 105th, Utah State, 78th, Alabama, 42nd, LSU, 79th, Missouri, 40th, Texas, 63rd, Auburn 68th, Kentucky 69th. They've not really been challenged by an offense that's competent. Now, meanwhile, Tennessee leading the SEC in scoring offense, leading all Power 4 schools in scoring offense. You're second in the country in total offense. Now, I get it. Vanderbilt scores some points too. Their offensive stats are impressive too. Is this going to be a shootout because you're looking at two offenses that put up a lot of points. Meanwhile, defensively, Vanderbilt 12th in the conference in scoring defense. Tennessee 14th in the conference in scoring defense. How does Tennessee respond? How does Tennessee handle that spoiler role, trying to go out and ruin what Vanderbilt is trying to take, what Vanderbilt is trying to earn? I think there is a reason why the ESPN FBI points to Tennessee. I think there is a reason why Vegas points to Tennessee, and that's the Neyland effect. I think winning in the Swamp was huge because I think our fan base is going to bring it on Saturday afternoon in Neyland Stadium. But Diego Pavia cannot stop talking. What are your thoughts on the Heisman Trophy? Diego Pavia, or if you got somebody else, put that name in the comment section. Also, picking up the phone, calling Star Thomas. Anything he can do, always flapping those gums, always talking. What are your thoughts? Jump in the comment section. Let's talk about it. As always, smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. Go check out the Talkin VAWLS merchandise, bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. You can also support the channel by hitting the join button down below. It's only $1 a month. We appreciate the support. You can also join our Patreon. Multiple ways you can support this channel and keep the lights on. We are appreciative of that. We are grateful for that. We appreciate you guys. The links, again, are in the description. But that is going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.